Lord, grant me the ability to say these names with some ability. Thank you. Amen. Today on the Daily Review, we discuss Ligio Jose's Pellegrin's Pelissari's Ee.Ma.Yau, R.I.P., rest in peace, from 2018, with your host, me, Joe LaRocca. Sorry about that. Okay, so I've watched another movie from this guy, Jolly Katu, which I really enjoyed and was very visceral and allegorical movie. This is not that dissimilar, although a bit less visceral until maybe the last third. And it is simply the story of a patriarch figure in this town who's kind of disgraced. You know, he's kind of fallen out of popularity, we can say. Doesn't have much money left or anything like that. His family's pretty destitute, and he passes away. And then rumors start about maybe there being foul play, and this all takes place in a very short time span, like in a day or two. So it's not over time, but it's like that game of telephone a little bit. I remember that movie I reviewed a really long time ago. I think it's the English title is The Raven. It's a French film from a long time ago. I think it's a Henri Clouseau movie or whatever. I think it's called Le Corbeau. I'm so bad at all this shit. Too bad it's not called like John Guy. Anyway, it's that idea that it's really dangerous to spread rumors, and that's one idea of it, or one aspect of it. And then the other major aspect, I would say, is the discussion of death and funerals, religious, cultural, economically, all the different aspects that come into the logistics of a funeral. It's pretty interesting. It's a pretty damn interesting movie. I think there's something going on about like colonization or the lasting effects of colonization and Catholicism in India. I think there's things going on there, because this is very few movies that I watch that are from a different culture. Do I feel like I don't get it? You know what I mean? And there were some points in this where I wasn't 100% sure like what the conflict was, because it's just so cultural. That aspect was so culturally different from what we have here in the United States, or at least in my part of the United States. So what the movie ends up being about is all the little minutia, all the little different cultural changes, and his wife and son and daughter have to kind of figure out what to do with this mounting thing of like, oh, I bet he was poisoned. Oh, so basically one of the first scenes is that he gets into a fight. This Vavanchan, he's, I don't know how to say it. This patriarch character who ends up passing away. He is kind of losing his nut a little bit, and he's drinking too much, and he smacks a dude out in town, and everybody kind of sees it. It's another one of these movies, the Malayalam movies where the society is, it's like Our Town, you know, that play where it's just like everybody kind of knows the community is only like 100 people or something like that, or it seems like that, and so they all just kind of know each other, and so it ends up being a nice microcosm for all of society and stuff like that. Now, here's the thing. It's incredibly well made. It's incredibly well shot. All the acting is amazing. They plan to shoot it in 35 days or something like that. They shot it in 18 days. It's like the efficiency of this Malayalam cinema is crazy. They're so economical. It's great. What do you call the robes that they wear there? Like that are kind of like a dress, I guess, because there's a cool thing you can do with those when you fold it up to make it like a shorter robe. It's just like a waist robe. I don't know what to call it. You can do like a dramatic tying of it, which I think is great. get Odie in the frame there. I was like, oh, that's good. I like that because that's the same thing. Another cultural thing that I like was the Sikh head wraps, turbans in that movie Kasari. Whenever they wanted to like show someone getting serious, they'd be like, adjust the turban. That is awesome. I wish, like, we have nothing. I guess we have like a baseball cap in America. You can turn your baseball cap backwards. That's like the equivalent, not to compare a baseball cap to any religious headwear. Anyway, this movie feels like Michael Haneke and Hitchcock, which is not bad. That's those observational type shots, like a Michael Haneke movie that are, where a movie about society and nuance and details. And then the Hitchcock stuff is that boiling, gossipy voyeurism. That's the word. Okay. Anyway, I'm kind of done talking about it. It's it looks beautiful. Everything about it is beautiful. I felt a little bit lost at some points because the subtitles were going by quickly, and some of them, they weren't the best subtitles in the sense that, you kind of had to. They were translated into English, and then you'd read it in English, and then you kind of had to translate it again a little bit, because the word choice would be a little bit weird, and you're like, well, they probably don't mean that. Yeah, there's a lot of, and there are things I missed. I think there's something about there's like modern LED lights in the bay, but everything else is a bit antiquated compared to those lights. So I don't know what that represents, but something's going on there. You can let me know in the comments. So I don't want to lower the grade too much because of things that I potentially missed. After talking to my buddy John yesterday, he talked me into to Prey being like a C or like a C- at least. I mean, I gave it a D+, and he said it was pretty hard. That was pretty hard on it, he thought. So maybe I'd up that to like a C, because if I had watched it with him, I think I mentioned that though. If like him and I had watched it on VHS 20 years ago, it would have been like my favorite movie of the month or whatever. So yeah, I don't know. The whole grading thing is kind of silly. Okay. Anyway, I will give it a B+. Hopefully it'll show up on the screen there. Did it play? Oh, there it goes. Wonderful. Just very, very well made, but like I said, the light went out. Rest in peace, light. Okay, so the battery ran out on that light. They're battery powered, guys. Okay. What else? Very good. I mean, it does, again, this is kind of a deep cut, I feel like. This one's a little bit harder to digest because there's also like kind of people crying for like a full hour of it, just like weeping over a body in it. That's a little bit grating because like I don't do that, I don't cry because I'm a man. Okay, you guys can like and subscribe if you like to subscribe. I'm here every single day. We're getting close to 1,000 days in a row. You guys realize that? 1,000 days in a row of watching stuff. And I'm starting to hit like in indie movies from Indian cinema. I feel like we're doing good. We're digging deep. And then I still miss classics, so I can always come back and do those. And until I've gotten rid of Shudder, we got a whole bunch of horror movies. I mean, I'm sure that'll go right through to Halloween, just peppering in the horror movies. The Eyes of Laura Mars. I've never seen that. Or Romero's Crazies. So those are on the list. Anyway, what else? Oh, what I learned. What did I learn from this? Jeez. I think that when concerning, this is a kind of an oversimplification, but like when concerning one's family, don't talk shit. All right, take it easy, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday.